Hey guys, what's going on? I live with my dad's here. So we're gonna do a little reaction video here. I'm gonna start out the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, same handle at I live with my dad's. I'll be doing a lot of upcoming NFL stuff, reactions to different trades, to different drafts. So I just wanna get involved with the community a little bit just to see what you guys think. And start off today. I'm gonna start about the Joe Flacco trade, about him going to Denver for a fourth round pick. So if you guys have your opinions, please be sure to leave them down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Definitely let me know what you think and tell me what you want to see in the future going forward. I am going to be doing some gameplays once I get back to the U.S. I'm actually studying abroad right now in Ireland. So once I get back to the U.S., which will be about late May, around the 20th or so, I'll start doing gameplays with Madden and Fortnite if it's even still big. I heard Apex is taking over pretty big there, so I might do a little bit of that as well. I haven't been able to check that one out as much, but definitely if you guys want to see it, I will definitely do some gameplay on that. And then obviously Madden 20 when it comes out, I definitely want to do some gameplay there, doing some no money spent stuff and all that kind of stuff. So definitely if you're interested, comment down below and let me know what you think. So let's start off with this trade. So I'll start off with the Broncos. So for the Broncos, they signed Case Keenum last year to a 2-year, $26 million deal. In year one, they paid him $8 million, and this year they owe him $18 million, and $10 million of that is in dead money. So they can't cut Case Keenum unless they want to eat out the $10 million. So to trade for Joe Flacco, especially giving up a fourth round pick where you could get a rotational player or starter even, it doesn't make much sense to me. I think John Elway is just really trying to get instant success because he's known to have really bad choices in his quarterbacks recently. The only one he's really gotten is Peyton Manning, but we all knew Peyton Manning was good. So that one wasn't really a surprise. He hasn't really found a quarterback. Bill Belichick found Jimmy Garoppolo, even though they don't have him anymore. Obviously he shows he can, find good quarterbacks. Even though I know Bill Belichick's a coach and Elway's a GM, but the GMs also, assist with finding those guys. So, yeah, I mean, Case Keenum, he had a very average year. Definitely didn't stand out. Looking at his stats right now, he had almost 4,000 passing yards at 3,890. Definitely not terrible, but the 18 touchdowns to 15 interceptions is really what's creating a big stir in the quarterback market for them. And also, he only had a 46.9 QBR, not very good. And over his career, he really had a lot of issues with touchdowns to interceptions. I looked at his career stats. He has 12,500 passing yards, about 64 touchdowns and 42 interceptions. So definitely not a great touchdown to interception ratio, not even 2 to 1. And with that $10 million in dead money and being 30 years old, Case Keenum obviously isn't the answer. But at the same time, he has that experience. He has not only a lot of regular season experience, but he has playoff experience too. Last year when he went to the playoffs with the Vikings. And you could argue that's the reason that they brought over Joe Flacco, is to have some veteran help out the rookie that they're going to draft. I still think they're going to draft a quarterback. And personally, they should wait until a lot later now because just trading for Joe Flacco and trading away that fourth round pick, I think that they have to go probably second round, maybe early third. I don't think it's a first round possibility now that they traded for Joe Flacco, because I think Joe Flacco is acting as a band-aid. And then looking at his contract, he's owed $18.5 million a season. But the only part of this trade that makes me feel better for Denver is there's no dead money involved, so they could cut him if he turns out not being very good early on in preseason and OTAs and all that, and they don't owe him a thing. So that's my only thing with Joe Flacco, like positive wise. they have very similar stats, those two. Joe Flacco has a lot more duration in the league. Case Keenum only has 6 seasons. Excuse me. He only has 6 seasons of experience in the NFL, which is why Joe Flacco seems like a better veteran. But 6 years in the NFL is actually a lot if you think about it. You're playing 16 games a year. You're going all through off-season OTAs, all that stuff. So I think Case Keenum would have been, someone that could have been the veteran for the rookie. But now that they have Joe Flacco, obviously, they're probably going to turn to him a little more because he's had a lot more postseason success. Now, saying that, I think John Elway is in trouble. I think him training for Joe Flacco, if this doesn't work out, I think he's going to be done as their GM. Let me know what you guys think. I think that was really his last straw. This is really his last chance to find a good quarterback, especially being a great former NFL quarterback. So I don't like this move for Denver. I really don't. The only way this really turns out to be a good move is if they win the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco, and I don't see it. I really don't. They do have Emmanuel Sanders coming back. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, so they're going to need to draft some weapons as well, or trade for some, or get some in free agency. Maybe like a Golden Tate, something like that. They definitely need some weapons for Joe Flacco if they want some kind of success. Now it's flip sides here, so let's look at the Ravens. So I really like this move for them. I think they did a really good job getting a 4th-round pick for Joe Flacco. I think we knew that Joe Flacco was not going to play in Baltimore next year, regardless. So I think being able to get a 4th-round pick for someone who's really tanking right now, I think is a really great move. They could have cut him and gotten nothing out of him, but instead they traded him. They didn't even trade him in the division. They traded him out of the division, even though it's still the AFC. But I think the Broncos, I'm really not worried if I'm them, because they get Lamar Jackson, who's had a phenomenal year so far. And as long as he avoids injury, I think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Now, I do have a little worries about him kind of doing a little bit what Robert Griffin III did, starting getting injury trouble because he doesn't want to slide. But he's a little bigger, so maybe he'll be like Cam Newton and be durable, even though Cam Newton just did have surgery. He's been fairly healthy, especially for the kind of quarterback he is. So I think Lamar Jackson is going to be a combo of those two guys, and whichever side he leans is going to really tell us what kind of career he's going to have. So to get a 4th-round pick, obviously that's going to be like a starter, rotational guy for the Ravens. So I think this is a really good move by them. And I'm more interested in what you guys think it's going to, influence the quarterback market going forward in free agency. So obviously we still have Nick Foles looking to probably be traded. He's had a lot of success while Carson Wentz has been out, and I think Philadelphia has decided on Carson Wentz. Even though Nick Foles has shown a little more, I think, recently, Carson Wentz has definitely not been as durable as they were hoping. So they're trading away Nick Foles, most likely. They just gave him the franchise tag, or they're going to. So obviously he's going somewhere. Now, going forward to the draft, now the Broncos don't need a QB in free agency. Then the draft, they'll probably take one, like I said, probably 2nd, early 3rd round. So going through the top 3 quarterbacks, Haskins, Murray, and the kid from Duke, I'm blanking on his name right now, but those 3 guys definitely going to be drafted in the 1st round or early 2nd round. Haskins, a lot of people think he's going to the Giants. A lot of people are now thinking maybe Kyler Murray is going to go to the Giants as well. It's a debate. It's who do they think is going to have more NFL success? Personally, I think it's Haskins. I think the Giants should go with Haskins because obviously, I think they're finally realizing that Eli Manning is not the answer anymore. So definitely Haskins, I think, is their guy. Kyler Murray, he's going to be very similar to like a Russell Wilson, I think. So he'll have some early success, but I think he'll plateau personally. So as far as it goes with who's going to pick a quarterback when, obviously not a lot of quarterback needs early on except for the Giants. So I think they're going to take Haskins. I think now that Denver has Joe Flacco, obviously they can draft another position, which will bump either Murray or Haskins down a little bit. The quarterback out of Duke, I know that some people were thinking maybe New England might take him. I don't think so personally. I'm a New England fan, actually. I don't know why I haven't said that yet. Big New England guy, so all Boston sports. But personally, as a New England fan, I don't think we'll take a quarterback in the first round. I think we're going to wait until the second or third round. We're definitely going to draft one. I definitely agree with that. But I don't think we're going to pick one as early as the first round. I think we have a lot more holes to fill. And definitely let me know if there's any Pats fans watching this, what you think. I think we're going to look more into linebackers personally, linebackers or maybe some wideouts as well early on in the draft. So if you have any opinions on that, definitely let me know down below. And, I'm really excited to see what happens during this offseason, and I definitely want to hear what you guys think as well. So overall grade on that trade, I think the Ravens did a really good job. A minus, something like that, personally, just to get a fourth rounder for a guy who's looking like he's tanking a little bit. And for the Broncos, right now I gotta say it's like a C minus for me, because it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. I think I could have gotten it for like a sixth. Personally, I think sixth or seventh would have been a little more equivalent, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe Joe Flacco will go out and win another Super Bowl MVP. Who knows? But for right now, I'm giving them a C minus on this trade. So let me know what you guys think. Give me your grades below. And if you like what I'm doing a little bit here, oops, excuse me. Let me know, if you want to see more of these going forward. Bring up some issues maybe that I haven't even seen yet, because obviously I'm not in the U.S., so I'm not seeing the big highlights. I did see that, but definitely let me know what you want to see, and I will definitely continue these videos if you guys like and subscribe. So have a great day, and as always, kill it.